How do you want us to see you?
Like I said, I'm an optimist. Even as I myself have been denied and certain opportunities, I don't buy into rejection. For one thing, I'm a man of faith, and I know that there's opportunity for me, but it's just that I have to knock on the right doors for it to be open, because I'm not, this country has said that we are not privileged, but at the same time, I'm privileged to know that I have opportunity to access privilege, see?
And welcome to another edition of King Crush Thursday, the series where we highlight and uplift Black men, because frankly, not too many people are doing it. My name is Val Gay, and I'm super excited to bring this brother to you today. He says that he's semi-retired, but all the things that he does is a lot for a full-time working person. And it all revolves around community and around fatherhood and parenthood. He is a parent educator, a responsible father himself. He's also a jazz advocate. He's a lot of different things. And if you please feel free to read all about him in your bio. But in the meantime, please welcome Mr. Chester Deans. Hi, Mr. Deans. How are you, sir?
I'm fine. How are you doing today, Val? Glad to be with you and King Crush Thursday.
Yes, sir. I'm so glad that you are here. And thank you so much for being here. We are, Mr. Deans, building a repository of the same 6 questions. To date, we are over 100 answers by 100 different positive and successful Black men, with the ultimate hope of busting wide open the very narrow and myopic narrative that exists in our society around Black men, with the ultimate goal of having a young king who may or may not have positive Black male role models in his life to be able to come to this repository, see these same 6 questions answered in all these different ways, and hopefully find guidance there. And for the rest of us who are neither male or even Black, for us to be able to look into this repository and also find guidance and expand our purview of what we may think Black men are about. And so I'm so glad that you are here. And with that, I'm going to get started with the first question, which is, what does manhood mean to you?
Manhood, it really has a broad picture for real. I practice responsible fatherhood and manhood primarily because, it's about responsible behavior. And in that responsible behavior, I want to take care of my family, my children, my neighbors, those in my community, and do it in a positive and productive manner so that the outcomes will not only mirror who I am, but it will show those who are looking for a man to see how he or he should be.
That's awesome.
That's basically it.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. So, Mr. Deans, who and or what is important to you?
Well, first of all, with the who's, I'm what you call an optimist, Miss Val Gay. And my whole ethnic culture is important to me. When I came out of the military, I got caught up into the Black Power movement. But then I had to understand it wasn't just about the militancy and the power, it was also about the mindset and how to actualize what your dream is, step out of your dream into your vision and make it a reality. And in that, I share that with my 2 daughters, my 4 grandchildren, and of course, if it had not been for my mother, to even give me those principles, then reinforced by my grandfather and my mentors, especially Mr. Booker T. Robinson and Ernest E. Jordan Jr. Those are the who's. Then, of course, I can engage with my sisters, my cousins, my aunts, my uncles, and all those in my community. That is my basic core. I believe in core family, and then I have extended family outside of my two sisters because my father was a Rolling Stone, and I have 4 beautiful sisters. And it's just that I believe in sharing, okay, and that's the way I was brought up. So all those who's are important to me. Also, my good neighbors on the left side and the right side. Sometimes in the front, sometimes in the back. Yeah. But the key to that, having a good neighbor, is to have conversation and communication with them so that they can understand my, shall we say, wanting to share, but I don't know what their needs are unless they share it with me, and vice versa. You know, many of us, the reason we don't move forward is because we are closed and we don't open up. But you need to open up, especially, I mean, we live in the same neighborhood. We live in the same block. So let's be a village. And now the what? I'm looking for some homogeneity in this world. I'm looking for some real manhood, some real womanhood, okay? You know, it doesn't have to be a sexual love. It could be an agape love, some giving, some sharing without any ulterior motives. See, a lot of these folks are giving because they want something back from you, you know, and vice versa. But other than that, you know, the what also I have to allude to is that I like the principles that Frederick Douglass, he promoted with liberty. And see, if I'm liberated, this is what I know for sure. When I'm liberated, I can choose my freedoms. See, my conscience is liberated, you know. My mindset is liberated. My thought pattern is liberated. Therefore, I can choose my freedoms. And since I choose my freedoms, that'll enhance my opportunity to have choice. And at the same time, I will build on a strong character and pursue my purpose. Those are the what's, because I don't believe in part of what America's doing now in reference to oppressing people and degrading them because of whatever their agenda is for domination, control, and things of that nature, because that gets to racism and bias and things of that nature. That's one of the reasons why this country, as much as it wants to be united, Ms. Valgay, it's the divided states of America. So those are the what's that are very, very, very important to me. I live that out daily.
Okay, excellent. Thank you. Thank you for sharing all of that. I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Well, you asked me, see, and that's
Yes,
one thing about me. When it comes to that, I don't hold back. That's one of the reasons why Fathers United to Raise Awareness got to the status that it is. That's why the Father Support Center got to the status that it is. I was the right-hand man for Mr. Halbert Sullivan, who left this earth in 2021. But while he and I were together, we did some things. That's how I met Sean Gardner in traveling to a CDC conference. And we became friends because he wanted to know some ingredients of why the Father Support Center was a strong agency throughout the country. And his agency was an upstart. I think it was 5 and 7 years. But at any rate, you know, when you connect with men that have the same vision and are walking in that vision, it makes a big difference.
Yes. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Thank you so much. And so that brings us to question 3, Mr. Deans, which is, how do you want us to see you?
Like I said, I'm an optimist. Even as I myself have been denied and certain opportunities, I don't buy into rejection. For one thing, I'm a man of faith, and I know that there's opportunity for me. But it's just that I have to knock on the right doors for it to be open, because I'm not, this country has said that we are not privileged, but at the same time, I'm privileged to know that I have opportunity to access privilege, see? And this is what we need to understand, just because it is not given through us through our ethnic culture, or what they say, if we were before we came through the diaspora, we had all that privilege. Some things, some systematic things, they try to deny and take that from us. But at the same time, when you know who you are, Ms. Valgate, see, I go with identity, not identification. I have a program called the Personal Development Program. We stress identity. Do you know who self is, even in whatever world you're in, whether it's your city, state, your country? And then you need to perpetuate that and do some self-assessment and become who you were born to be. Right. So, and then, I'm just also a family man and a servant leader. I love my family. In fact, without my family, I wouldn't even be sitting in front of this laptop having a conversation with you, because from family, there's strength, there's nurture, there's support. And even when you, or shall we say, not at your best, they can lift you up, you know what I mean? And bring you to a point where the next time I'm going to do better. And the next time I'm going to be successful. Yes, indeed.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Thank you. Thank you so much. And so, Mr. Deans, what is your epic dream?
My epic dream? Well, I'm going to tell you, Ms. Valgate, I have a huge dream. I would like to obtain 100 acres. On those acres, it's not a bed and breakfast, but renew and have a home away from this current home, so that my family, when they come and visit, especially in the South, because see, I'm born in Mississippi, and then that way we can connect to Alabama, to Georgia, Florida, go down in New Orleans. I got family all there as well, and we can go up to East Coast if we choose, okay? But at any rate, so you won't have to pay huge amounts for hotels, And then, that'll also perpetuate. I like the Southern lifestyle, for real. So that's one of them. The second one is I would like to build 24/7 safe homes, especially for our children and our youth. I mean 24/7. 6 blocks north, 6 blocks east, 6 blocks west, and 6 blocks south. So that when they have an issue, maybe mom and father are not at home, maybe they're on substances abuse, or maybe the children have been traumatized by something, or maybe they just need some simple education and guidance. Maybe they need to learn how to do coding. I need volunteers to understand. We need to have a nurse on board, some educators, some public policy, public safety individuals, but as well as a man and or a woman who's a parent who knows how to give nurture and guidance to those who never had it. This is one of the reasons why we fail today. Many of our young people are not getting a nurture love, okay? To not know, kind of like when you were a baby and you knew when you went to mama, or you knew when you went to daddy, you were going to get what you need, and then you become accountable because you know what mama and daddy expects of you. See, my youngest daughter really got that. She really got that. I'm a Deans. I can't even act like this, okay? He said, I can't even act like this, okay? Because my father taught me better, And one of the key principles is for young people, leave it like you found it. If it was clean, leave it like that, okay? You know what I mean? Don't disrupt nothing, please. Yes.
Got it. Awesome. Thank you so much. And so, Mr. Deans, question number 5 is, Mr. Chester Deans, who are you?
Well, at this point in my life, I'm a person who appreciates the fact that I made 75 years. My children are healthy and happy. My grandchildren are. My ministry, which is Fathers United to Raise Awareness, and my church is live and trying to, shall we say, rejuvenate itself. So all that gives me what I call hope. And I have to go back to, my girl Fannie Lou Hamer, even when she was, she says, no. I was sick and tired, but that's not going to stop me, So, like I said, I'm an optimist. I always have been. And I know that in the end, even with all this going on around me, I have to hold on to J-O-Y, joy. That's who I am. I love my music. I love art. In fact, music is my sanctuary, especially jazz and even just some orchestral, on the low key, because I played violin when I was a student and in high school at one time. So I like that. It's like I said, it soothes me. It's my sanctuary. And I go for walks in the park. I'm a nature lover. I mean, I can sit and watch a stork or a turtle or ants, whichever the case is, because and then I have birds that come around, especially the baby sparrows in my hedges, and I put certain hard bread out there for them, and they come in 10 and 20s, and I like that. That I'm part Choctaw, so I'm Native American too, so I kind of got that in me, So that's who I am, African, Choctaw, and I'm English German. Totally. Yeah.
Awesome. That is awesome. Excellent. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. And here we are already at question 6, which is there anything that I should have asked you that I didn't ask you, or you wanted me to ask you that I didn't ask you? In other words, what did I miss?
Well, you asked some good questions, but one of the reasons that Fathers United to Raise Awareness exists is not only for the father parent to become engaged and involved with the well-being of his children, but we also want to break the chains of ignorance, irresponsible behavior, drug use, and also, you want to come to a point where you understand what your purpose is and live it out and not get untracked and lose your focus. Secondly, we advocate for policy change in this state of Missouri. FUTRA has taken men since 2006 to the state capitol here in Missouri. 2 prominent laws have been passed because of Father Support Center and FUTRA, okay? What many of us don't understand is you can complain, you can shout up and down, you can be mad at the mother, you can be mad at society. The child support issue has to be addressed, okay? And if those that make the policy and the law, they don't hear you, what good does it do besides you moaning, whining, and crying, And we have to do more than that. We have to let them know, okay, I'm a man. I'm a paying citizen. Okay, I may have been in prison 8, 9, 10 years, but I'm back out. I'm living a good life. I'm paying taxes. And because of my taxes, senator or legislator or representative, you have a job. I take men to the state capitol, Valgate, so that their voice can be heard, because and it used to amaze me, but I'm not amazed anymore, because I know that these legislative, judicial, and executive high-powered places, they try to keep us out of them anyway. But no one can deny you the opportunity, because I am a United States, a divided States of America citizen. And I know I'm supposed to make a difference, because fathers do make a difference.
You're here. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yes.
I really appreciate your answers. I appreciate your positioning, and I appreciate your presence in this world. I honor you, my king. I do pray that both sides of your epic dream comes true. I really love how the one side of your epic dream is for you and your lineage and your legacy, and the other side is for the rest of us. And it's just really powerful. And so I'm just really grateful that we got a chance to talk to you. And I just really thank you for being here today.
I also appreciate you, Miss Val Gay, and the opportunity. You know, we are is a Swahili. I am because we are, and
Yes, sir.
that's what I believe, and that's the way it's going to go down.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
thank you, and stay there right there, because I want to thank the audience, and I thank you for joining us today. I really hope that you were as enlightened as I was listening to Mr. Dean speak. And if there is a positive and successful Black man in your life that you want to see highlighted in this forum, please click the link below or in my bio, fill out the nomination form, and I'll take it from there. We are over 100 men answering this question. I always say, these 6 questions, I always say that success is not based on what someone does for a living, but by the content of their character. They could be a parenting educator and an advocate or not. It really is about the impact that they have on the people around them, starting with the nuclear family to the larger community and everyone in between. We want to talk to those brothers to add to this repository. And so please stay tuned next week for yet another amazing king. And in the meantime, please remember to spread love and have a great day. Thanks so much. And Mr. Dean, thank you so much. That was really wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you.